There's a lot of misinformation being shared on social media about what you should and shouldn't do before and after you get the COVID vaccine. The Verified team is getting the facts from vaccine expert Dr. Peter Hotez. Here's investigative reporter Cheryl Mercedes.
It's a good idea to take painkillers beforehand so that the shot will hurt less.
False. First of all, the shot does not hurt that much. It's a small needle. And second, some of those painkillers are anti-inflammatories, and they could limit potentially the effectiveness of the shot.
You should pre-dose with allergy medication before your vaccine.
False. The rate of severe allergic reactions, despite what you may have heard, is actually quite low.
You should skip drinking alcohol the day before your vaccine.
False. Well, you should limit alcohol consumption in general, but there's no particular reason not to have a drink the night before vaccination or that evening after vaccination.
Do not exercise before your vaccination.
False. Keep up with your regular exercise routine.
Taking a vitamin cocktail of vitamin C, A, D3, along with zinc, amino acids, and probiotics will improve your immune response to this vaccine.
False. Certainly not in the immediate period. It's always good to maintain good nutrition, and some people feel taking vitamin D on a regular basis is beneficial.
You should get a good night's sleep before your vaccine and take it easy afterward.
True. A good night's sleep is always beneficial no matter what you're doing.
Our Verified team is committed to helping you figure out what's true and what's not, so reach out to us with your questions on our KHOU 11 Facebook page or Twitter. Also, email us at verify@khou.com.